the most important of all the presenters. One, Mr. Franklin. Franklin's there. Franklin's there.
So I'm honored to be here. Like, this is incredible what's been going on in Burbank. Like, you know, everybody's been not weird in the Bugcon. And when you're doing an event like this, you think, okay, there will be some creeps. Then I have to take a moment of reflection, like, am I the creep? If you don't see the creep, am I the creep? But no, it's been great so far. Everybody's been like knocking out their performances and like their like PowerPoints and just like, I mean, Weiger drove a train and successfully, right? He didn't derail it at any point. I don't know. I mean, it's been great so far.
I gotta say, the cherry on the top of that was the hat, no doubt. I mean, Weiger in that little trainman hat, it was a sight to see. Let's be honest. These are the sights you're gonna get in Burbank at Bugcon 2019. Wow.
And you've also had some thrills and spills with everybody now. You know, it almost seemed like it wasn't intentional, but like, I mean, Bugmane took a bad spill, and thankfully he's fine. You know, he took a bad spill. I was concerned because I was backstage area, and so it's a delay on the cam. So I'm like, oh wait, did something happen? And then I see him fall there. I'm like, oh, that's what all this is. So I'm on a 20-second delay being backstage. So I was concerned.
It's, I mean, obviously already infamous on Twitter. It's been surrounded. There's been some question of its legitimacy, and that maybe it's a deep state plan. I mean, we don't know yet, but I mean, the info will come through. But I have here with me Franklin. This is the DK Lucas Books Star Wars Episode 1, the visual dictionary. I was gonna go to a random page for some people, but I have a page picked out for you.
Oh, no, not him. Oh,
folks.
Phantom Menace.
Can you see right there? It's C.O. Bibble.
Interview over. No, I can't.
Wow.
I can't stand him. You know, he has a painting in Battlefront 2. If you go around Theed in the castle, he has a nice, prestigious painting of just there, all pompous. You know, he's responsible for all of this. Do you recall in the Phantom Menace? We're like, well, your negotiations seem to have failed. It's like, the negotiations never took place, genius. And then when they're leaving to go on the ship to, like, get out of there, he's like, oh, I must stay behind in my lavish tower and do absolutely nothing and still get treated pretty well by New Gunneray. He's like, take him away, boys. Take him back to his hotel room.
I mean, can we say stolen valor at the very least? Can we say traitor? I mean, C.O. Bibble, wow. The covert operative.
He's not Theed strong. He was not Theed strong. He was Theed weak. It's like, you must contact me. Give away everything right now because you must contact me because my situation isn't as lavish as I need it to be. It's not as nice, communication. We've lost all. I forgot the line. Damn it.
You got it. I mean, the people know the gist. C.O. Bibble is obviously, a controversial figure that we will have to reevaluate, much like, many statues in certain states around the U.S. Will we be taking down C.O. Bibble statues and throwing shoes at them eventually? Maybe in 2020? At Bugcon 2020?
At Bugcon 2020, C.O. Bibble will be up here, but he won't be in the pristine quality that Jason Alexander or Sinbad are, two respected men. He will be destroyed, and, I mean, I hope Joe Hartzler goes over him in an ollie in flames and incinerates him. Did you see, the Revenge of the Sith, C.O. Bibble's at the funeral. How does he outlive somebody, 40 years there's his senior, and he's like at the funeral like, oh, I guess I have a promotion now. Like, I guess I move up a rank or something in the Galactic Senate now that I.
It's the same thing that's going on in Politics America today. I think George was sending us messages. George was encoding a lot of just a lot of truth within those film strips. Shot on film. Phantom Menace, we can't forget, shot on film.
Shot on film. It is a film. It's not a movie because it's very smart too. Much like a Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, another smart movie that I know very little about because it's so smart. And it's just when you don't know what's going on in a movie and the intricate details, that's how you know. You're not a bonehead. It's just a very smart film. So that's one of the smartest. Ghost Protocol, Phantom Menace. Nobody talks about it.
Franklin, what's next for Pillow Talk? What's next for you and Uncle Howard? I mean, the future of Bugmane LLC. What can we say?
Well, Pillow talk is no more. We're now uncle to uncle because I just found out.
Uncle to uncle. Excuse me. I saw the update. I mean, but now we're uncle to uncle.
We're uncle to uncle now. I found out I am his uncle and he is mine. And we messed around with the time stone. I was careless with it. I was slanging around my dangus, and that's what happens. You become your uncle's uncle, and he's still mine. It's much like year one of Jack Black, where he casually talked about having sex with his mom. Now it was really gross and weird. But we were watching year one. Me, the Bugmane, Weiger, and Mitch, and everybody else were in the room, and we had a great time watching year one. So check out year one on Crackle.
People forget about Crackle. I mean, let's raise a little Crackle awareness here at Bugcon today, if nothing else. Raising Crackle awareness, raising awareness of Mr. Crackle, the character that Michael Richards portrayed on Jerry Seinfeld's hit show, Coffee in a Car with fucking Seinfeld.
Yeah. Don't forget Netflix hijacked that from them. Netflix hijacked.
And then removed Mr. Crackle as if it was merely a part of the simulation.
Oh, wow. He was deleted. Michael Richards was deleted. This shocks you, huh? This shocks you what lies beneath with Mr. Crackle. Ooh. I'd like to apologize to, as Mr. Crackle. I do a lot of free association. I did a bad thing, Dave. That's my...
Why is this funny? Remember, he's like, why? Jerry's like, why is this funny? This is not funny. Folks, stop laughing.
Stop laughing. It's not funny. That was the least I ever liked Jerry Seinfeld when I was like, no, Jerry. Somebody described it the best way. It was, do you know the dentist on Twitter? Do you know the dentist on Twitter? He says, okay, Infinity War is the Michael Richards rant, and the end game to that is the apology, which just trumped Infinity War. It was just 9 minutes of babbling about how he's not even racist. That's what's so strange. That's what he said.
Franklin, thank you for speaking to me. I got one last question. If you could sum up Bugcon 2019, I'm going to give you two choices. Is Bugcon 2019 more of a dude, where's my car, or an evolution of a Sean William Scott? If you were to Sean William Scott sum up the con between evolution and dude, where's my car?
Well, then it would have to be Dude, Where's My Car? Because didn't Donkey Lips show up with, like, Zoltan? Not that it was like it's not like they showed up to, like, a convention necessarily. I feel like, so it'd be closer to Dude, Where's My Car? Just because, like, you have all these instances happening. All these characters are coming together. You have a Sean William Scott and Ashton Kutcher. You know, not that's me and Bug necessarily. I don't want to present us.
I mean, sure, but, the similarities are there. We can't deny it.
True. And then we have, I guess Jack would be the Zoltan in this as well. And, I mean, there's just so much. But I would say it's a lot like Wayne Stock in Wayne's World too, like if you build it, they will come type thing. I think it's also part Galaxy Quest where Justin Long, where, like, they crash in.
Wow, Galaxy Quest, exactly.
Yeah, I think it's part Galaxy Quest, part, we got some Smarties on candies.
What do we have here?
We got Smarties. Come into the front, please. We got Smarties. I took this from a student.
My name's Sean.
Thank you, Sean.
I brought Smarties.
How's your experience at Bugcon so far been?
It's been excellent.
Amazing.
I'm so glad, Sean. I'm glad you're having a great time. Thank you for the Smarties, by the way.
Thank you so much for the Smarties.
I stole these from a student. Not stole. I took them. He wasn't supposed to have them in class. And then I threw them in the trash, and somebody was like, you threw away a perfectly good thing of Smarties. And it's like, tough luck, nerd.
You got if you take them, you got to eat them.
Yep.
That's
Simple as that, folks. And for that, it's Bugcon 2019.